Some of the main stuff not being taught in the average school system is how to just actually be a leader, how to start something, how to facilitate anything. Because it's all seemed like, oh, we need to get everybody equal. Nobody's going to go above this threshold. No one's going to be below it. We all want everybody to be average. Who wants to be average? Like that, tell me who's like, I want to strive to be average. Like you look at it everywhere. It's all throughout society. Nobody really wants and teaches you how to be great. Nobody's like, all right, yeah, you. We're going to teach the masses how to excel, because it seems like, why would you want to teach the masses to excel? Because then, oh, everybody's going to be great, or everybody's going to be equal. And it's like, no, you're just incompetently thinking about this entire thing. There's no ideology in the world that says, all right, we're going to teach everybody to be great, and it hasn't worked well. If everybody's like, all right, we want to teach you to meet this standard, right? Like in school, right? Everybody, the standard of this test is this score. We need you all to get that. Like, no, that's so mind-bogglingly wrong. You want to get the highest score possible. Teach people to do that, and they're going to reach that substandard average marker a lot easier than if you teach them to aim for that. When you aim for something lower than the top, that's all you're going to get. And it's not like it's just, in school. It's just a mindset that has permeated pretty much everybody. Look at any single company, organization, mindset. What are people trying to be? They're not trying to be different, because when you're different, you get judged, and you get told no, and you get told things, people just are against you. You feel like you may be victimized, and it's like, yeah, you will be, but you're also going to be much more successful and much more important than other people. If you challenge somebody and you push them to be better, right? If you were at the very top and somebody below you is like, dang, I wish I was them, they're not going to be like, oh my God, I want to follow you and I want to learn everything from you. No, their ego is going to be like, I freaking hate that person. And they're going to want to be better than you. It's something that is so easy to apparently observe from the outside. It's like, oh, look at this bubble, that guy must have a great life. No, it's totally different. You get inside there and you see, okay, they don't want to be anything less than great, so they're probably comparing themselves to somebody else, and that gets into a whole other issue on comparison. You can't really compare anybody to anybody else. Everybody's path is so different, and everybody's approach to something is so different. The perception of things is radical. It's unbelievable how different the perception of certain things can be. One person might see a solved Rubik's Cube and be like, dang, that guy's a freaking genius. Another person might see it and be like, yeah, that's easy. All you know is 7 different algorithms, right? But the point is that it's the same result, right? So you can make a perception that says, yeah, I can do that easily. And you can make a perception that says, that's impossible, I'm never gonna get there. And what schools and what most people are doing is teaching the perception of, I'm never gonna get there. They're like, oh yeah, well, that person, yeah, they got into that school, they got a perfect SAT score. Yep, won't be me. Why not? Why not you? Give me one good reason, because you've had the same, we're all human beings. It's not like anybody's an alien that has some extra special mind powers over anybody else. You can get anything that you really believe in and put passion towards. Sometimes there's external factors that dictate that ability. However, if it's something that is controlled by you, you can get it. It's as simple as that. So when people are striving for this subpar mediocrity in society, I think that needs to be explored more, because I'll give you an example, right? People don't, if you go out in public, you see everybody dressing kind of averagely, right? If you looked at me right now, you'd probably say, oh yeah, that guy's dressed a little bit above average. He put on a button-down shirt, maybe he has some nice dress pants. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit above average, right? But then you see most people, yeah, they're wearing casual, comfortable clothes. They might be stylish in the modern world. However, they aren't really traditionally seen as something that is formal or professional, right? So with that being said, it's yeah, nobody's really striving. Nobody wants to be wearing a tuxedo, we'll call it a tuxedo and a really nice dress as the pinnacle of what someone can dress for. And right, not everybody's striving to do that right now, because obviously you're not in a situation that demands that level of presence. However, when you see people going around just wearing the most comfortable casual clothes that they have all the time to every event, no differentiation, no real thought being put into it, it's like, yeah, you're just striving to be comfortable. What's that gonna get you? Right? Think about it. Like, what's that gonna get you? You might be comfortable, but honestly, you're not gonna feel very good about yourself because you're not gonna be wearing something with confidence. You're gonna feel in a comfortable physical setting as well as mindset, so you're probably trying to be more open in your thought process. However, what you're doing most likely is actually narrowing your thought process because you're like, yeah, this is the only thing I'm gonna wear because I don't want to put in the effort to put on a nice shirt or something like that. So really, you're just striving to be average if you continue on that trend. Another great example is there's a great podcast and a study. I don't remember the exact person's name. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description. However, it is a podcast and there's a great study on sexual prowess. And the idea is behind it that nobody is really trying to be sexually dominant or great because it's seen as weird, right? In the modern society, think about it, right? Like, nobody wants to be below average or above average. They want to be normal, right? And the reality of it is, like, what's normal? Figure it out. Like, first of all, what is normal? Define that. And then, why would you want to be it? Why wouldn't you want to be someone who's like, dang, like they got a reputation for that, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to be that? Okay? It's like, no, I want to be average. I just want to fly under the radar. Just go steady. Yep. Not really great. Not really bad. Like, I get there. It's fine. Like, no, why would you want to do that? Think about it. You want to be the best that you can be. However, that's scary. Being as good as you can be at anything is scary because it means that there's always something to lose and there's something to compete for, and it means that you have a responsibility to uphold that. If you are at the top of your company, it means that somebody is climbing the hill. The saying that the wolf on the hill is always hungrier than the wolf at the top is very true because that person doesn't have it and they are a huge threat to you at the top. The wolf at the top does have something that the wolf doesn't have who is climbing the hill, because that wolf who's climbing the hill trying to get to your position obviously isn't there. So you have something that you need to protect and keep from them. And it seems like, yeah, how is that going to breed excellence? But what it's going to do, it's going to make them find a different way to get to the top. Not the same way by just doing it, all right, grandfather this knowledge in and then continue, and we're all going to go on a straight linear path to absolutely nowhere. When you have that ideology where it's like, all right, yep, I'm going to prevent you, then you're going to grow around that. It's like a tree. If a tree has roots that are going down to a rock, it's not going to go through the rock. It's going to go around the rock and find different ways to get through to the soil, to the nutrients. That is how we're going to grow as a society. And it's so vital that you aren't striving to be average. You're striving to be great, because without that, what's the point?
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and